Well, folks, I'm back. It's Gale Force Winds, and we are working with the Seafood Industry Innovation Summit. I was just explaining to Robin the name of it, and I'm screwing it up myself. Seafood Industry Innovation Summit 2023. It's the first of its kind in Atlantic Canada, and Quinlan Brothers is one of the sponsors, and I'm here with the CEO, Robin, correct? President of Quinlan Brothers. Robin, just go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, first of all, thank you very much for the opportunity to say a few words. And on behalf of Quinlan Brothers Ltd, I would first of all like to welcome all of our visitors, both within the province and from outside, to the first summit of this type. I'm sure it's going to be a spectacular event, and looking very much to be able to get around the floor and mingle both during the daylight hours and hopefully some after daylight hours with all of our guests.
Well, one of the things that I've heard from people is that, you know, you go to a trade show and there's videos showing equipment and that some of these people like Verde and others are bringing the equipment in. There's going to be displays, actually hands-on displays. So I'm finding that very interesting as someone who doesn't know the industry. For you as the owner of Quinlan Brothers, you know, what does it mean for you to be involved in this summit?
It's a great privilege and a great opportunity for our company, as you said, to actually see equipment operating and been able to dissect, manipulate finfish and shellfish. For producers, it's essential to see exactly what's happening, the quality of the finished product coming out the other end, whether it's equipment for cleaning, filleting, etc. It really puts it all in perspective as to what you can expect before you actually purchase the equipment. In many cases, there's technicians, engineers. A lot of our technical people have the opportunity to ask questions and really dig into the nature of the equipment, how it was developed, and what we can expect from it. Quinlan Brothers itself, we're a third-generation family business. Innovation has always been one of the things that we very much look forward to incorporating into our own facilities. As many of you may know, our facility in Verde was destroyed by fire in 2016, and we set out to rebuild that facility in 2017. And it's through the sense of innovation, innovation being innovative thinking, and not only the technology that results of that, but to motivate people to be able to encourage them to do something that has never been done before. And that's one of the things that we lived through in Verde. When our facility was taken by fire, we had to make a decision. Can we put a processing plant back, a modern facility to handle the volumes of shellfish that we produce in as little as 7 months? And in order to do that, we really learned what innovation was all about. Innovative thinking, creating a culture within the business of innovation to basically say that the word can't doesn't exist anymore. And that's what innovation brings about. It motivates people so that they can accomplish what they set out to be, no matter how big the obstacles may appear to be at the onset of that particular project. And that's exactly the story of Quinlan Brothers in Verde. We set out to do that. We did it. It was a milestone event. I don't think any facility of that size was ever constructed in Newfoundland in such a short period of time.
What was that short period of time?
7 months from the time that we put the shovel in the ground, as we say, till the Canadian Food Inspections Agency put our certificate back on the wall. It was 7 months, and we were back in business to process snow crab in the spring of 2017. That couldn't have been done without a team of people that were just fully engaged in the whole concept of innovation. How do we take a massive structure, bring it together with all the mechanical and electrical components, design it, create the equipment, and have it ready in time for production? And that basically, you had to go back to the drawing board. It was never done before. And so that encompasses the full spirit of innovation. Not only the equipment that was developed, and some of it the first of its kind in being able to outfit this plant, but the whole process of start to finish is about innovation. And that's one of the reasons that Quinlan Brothers is such a proud sponsor of this event, because we went through this time in our business. We know the benefits, and we believe in the whole innovative concept in both thinking and in the production of seafood equipment. So we want to share that experience, and we want to be part of it and try to encourage others to look at it in the same light as we did.
Robin, I can tell you this, as a general citizen, business person in this community, you guys inspired me by what you did, because I only listened to the media talk about it, but it was inspirational. I remember when you did that. So I don't know if you realize that you motivated a lot of the business people in the community. To see you do what you did so quickly is amazing.
It was an amazing feat. It changed the culture of Quinlan Brothers. We had a good team of people, but every single person that was involved in that project, they reached inside of them and pulled out something very, very special. And they had to. Everybody, every single person, from the construction people, the electricians, the people who were manufacturing the equipment, everything had to come together in a perfectly synchronized dance, so to speak, in order to do that project. And once you go through an experience like that, I guess in a sense, when it's all done, you take it for granted. But I do agree, and it's important, not only within the seafood industry, but for other industries, when you get knocked back like that, and you really get knocked back, and you had to make some fundamental decisions, do you want to get back up? Well, I can assure you that once you go through that process and it's finished, the sense of self-satisfaction and gratification is one that is life-altering.
I'm going to ask you a question about the industry itself. I think, you hear a lot about a lot of industries. Last week, Gale Force Winds did the Tech Industry Innovation Week. Incredible industry. Tell us what the seafood and processing and the entire industry means to Newfoundland Labrador, Robin.
Well, as we all know, I mean, the reason why we're here as Newfoundlanders and Labradorians was because of the fishery. And there's a lot of industries that have taken on a lot of presence since, whether it be the offshore or tech, and it all goes together to make our GDP. But the fishery, for some reason, seems to instill it's a very emotional industry for not only processors and harvesters and plant workers, but for the province in general. It holds a special place in our hearts, so to speak. It's a very dynamic industry, no question, very, very fast-paced. And it's through that industry that we're able to bring a truly wild harvest seafood products, to the palates of the world, to develop relationships where you're supplying a food product. It's different than producing a widget, or something of that nature. You're able to create something that can be enjoyed in a nutritional form to feed the population of the world. It's very unique in what we do here in the fishery.
Well, I tell you, it's an absolute pleasure to sit down with you, and I'm going to say thank you on behalf of the organizers for being a sponsor. This summit is very interesting. One of the people I interviewed said that the Boston Seafood Show is an important show. He feels this is potentially going to be even more important when it comes to the various processing and things that they're doing there. So I'm going to say thank you to you, Robin, and I will tell anyone watching this that today is Robin's birthday. So he's taken time to sit with Gale Force Winds and pre-promote this summit. Anything else you'd like to say on your birthday, Robin?
I think it's going to be an amazing summit. I really think there's a great cast of characters, some really good events. The first of which I think is the kickoff at Shamrock City. So I'll be certainly there celebrating my birthday again with all of the guests as we host them and as we get this summit underway. But Newfoundland Labrador is a great place to host this summit, and I hope that it continues for many years. And if so, Quinlan Brothers will certainly be a proud sponsor and part of that. So thank you for your time.
Well, thank you, Robin. It's Atlantic Canada's first Seafood Industry Innovation Summit, and it's running November 14th to the 17th at the Marine Institute. We hope to see you there.